Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for a new pick a card reading. For anyone that might be new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today we are doing our monthly energy check-in, our blunt reading, where we're going to find out how your person is currently thinking and feeling about you and about this connection. So as I always say, these readings are not for the faint of heart. I title them as being blunt for a reason. It's because I'm going to give you guys the truth of what I see, good, bad, and indifferent. Of course, always delivered in the most loving way possible. So if you do feel a little sensitive about your person, and you're not open to receiving the truth of what I'm seeing here, this may not be the best reading for you, okay? This is a general reading though, so keep in mind that not every message within a pile may resonate 100% accurately with your situation. So use your intuition to take what resonates with you and leave behind anything that doesn't. If you do want to book a personal reading, I do offer those. You can book with me using the link in the description box down below. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into our deck selection for today's reading. I'm going to be working with 3 piles today. Starting here on the left, we have Group 1. This is the Light Seer's Tarot with some Rose Quartz. Group 2 is the Wheel of the Year Tarot with some Bumblebee Jasper. And Group 3 is going to be the Tarot of the Divine with some Mookite. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person. Think about their perspective of what's happening in this connection. Think about how they feel. Go ahead and select the deck or crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to, really selecting with your gut instincts and your intuition versus your eyesight. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to find the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your reading. See y'all there. Hey there, Pile 1. If you guys picked out this little rose quartz heart with the Light Seer's Tarot, this will be your reading where we're going to find out how your person is currently feeling about you and about this connection. So I'm going to begin with channeling the overall energy for this person like we always do. I'm going to use a couple of oracle decks. Then we'll get into your tarot and close out the reading with some message cards. So for Group 1, Rose Quartz. How is their person feeling about them? Okay, so we have abandoned coming out. Okay, I'm going to also shuffle one of these archetype cards. How is their person feeling about them? Okay, the Liberator is coming out, so we're going to take that one. Okay, so we have Abandoned with the Liberator. The Liberator, this talks about freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. We also have imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. The first, I'm not going to lie to you guys, like the first thing that kind of popped into my mind when I saw these 2 cards together was that this person may have abandoned this connection. And I feel like there was this energy of like maybe freeing themselves from this connection for whatever reason. This person might have been feeling like there were traits with your connection that qualities and characteristics about this connection that didn't really serve them in their highest good. And so there's certainly this energy of like leaving all of that behind and like freeing themselves from that. This person may struggle with abandonment issues as well. Like you guys may not have really done anything to like make this person feel like they had to go. Like there could have just been some sort of like subconscious fears that this person had that were triggered within this connection, which caused them to like kind of flee, if you will. But I do feel like this person is perhaps desiring to free themselves from that negativity, right? Because the Liberator is also talking about releasing negative thought patterns. So even though it feels like the 2 of you may not necessarily be in communication right now, there is this energy of them wanting to heal and release anything that was blocking this connection in the past or just releasing any of that negativity. For others of you guys, I do feel like this person may perceive you as having abandoned them. Like maybe this person feels like they gave you their love, they gave you their rose, and you left. So the energies can also be flipped here. There could be an energy of like, maybe you guys felt like there was something about this connection that wasn't serving you, so you left the connection. You freed yourself from the connection, kind of leaving this person feeling abandoned, whether that feeling is justified or not. Okay. So let's go ahead and shuffle the tarot and see what other messages come through for your person. So for pile 1, Spirit, how is this person feeling? Let's get some clarity here. Okay, so we've got an 8 of Swords reversed. That's interesting. Makes sense. We have the Lovers card reversed. And we have the Justice card reversed. Okay, clarifying this 8 of Swords reversed. The 5 of Wands. Clarifying this Lovers card reversed. The 7 of Cups. And clarifying the Justice card reversed. The Queen of Swords reversed. Lots of reversals. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Swords. So a decision was made. Yeah, I think this person has finally come out of a place of being in a stalemate. They finally made some sort of decision that they needed to make, which intuitively I feel was walking away from this connection. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get a few more cards here. Just one more card before we continue. So for group 1, Spirit, how is their person feeling about them? Yep, that's exactly what I thought. So this seduction card is talking about flirtation, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. I do feel like this person might be working through a little bit of player energy based off a couple things I'm seeing here. So kind of like what I was saying in the beginning, you guys, I do think that there's like definitely been... I think that you guys might be mirroring this person a little bit because I keep feeling like, especially in that introduction when we were reading these cards here, I kind of feel like both of you guys had this energy going on between the both of you. Like, it feels like there was some incompatibilities in this connection with the Lovers card being reversed that caused each of you to feel like, you know what, this situation isn't really serving me in my highest good because it's not in alignment with what I want. I feel like this person is in a place right now where they want to just have fun. Like, they want more of a, like, low vibrational connection. They want a connection that's more like flirtatious. I mean, you guys see all the things that are on this card, right? So that energy can be on a gradient. You know what I mean? Like, for some of you guys, this person is just like wanting to flirt and explore other options, where for others, they're more interested in like hooking up, right? But like having a deep, intimate connection does not feel as though this is what this person is looking for. Even just in general, like even outside of your connection, they don't want that. It's interesting because we have the 8 of Swords reversed here with the 5 of Wands. So I kind of feel like this person in the past, this is where I'm feeling like this liberation energy is coming in for them. It's like, I think this person finally kind of like looked at themselves in the mirror and became clear with themselves around like certain limitations that were happening for them within this connection. I think that maybe this person might have felt a little stuck in this connection in the past or a little awkward about what to do about this connection. Maybe this person was kind of like in this sort of indecision period for a long time where like they knew that they were at a crossroads and they needed to like either SHIT or get off the pot when it comes to you. You guys know what I mean? And I think that they finally like kind of snapped out of this helpless energy that they were in. And they were like, no, like there's a lot of conflicting energy here between me and pile one. And so there's this energy of like freeing themselves of those mental blockages because of the fighting or the conflict that was going on. It's like whatever was happening in your connection, you guys, it definitely felt like, you know, this is an energy of chaos. It's like you guys were not on the same page. There could have been a lot of other people around this connection, or maybe there were a lot of people in the past that were kind of vying for this person's attention. And so this sort of allowed them to snap out of whatever neutrality or indecision they were in as it pertains to you and move forward in a way that felt authentic to them. Now, the Lovers card with the Seven of Cups is telling me that this person right now, again, it's like this feeling of the two of you guys not really being on the same page. I think this person would really like to probably like hook up with you, or they would probably like to have, again, more of like a flirtatious, no strings attached type of connection with you, because they're right now kind of confused about what it is that they want in a connection. I definitely think that they're exploring right now, exploring other options, whether it's in love or other things in life. And so I feel like right now, the vibe that they're giving me is like the only thing I can offer pile one would just be like hooking up every once in a while, because they see and they feel that the two of you are not really quite on the same page. Okay. So then we have the Justice card reversed with the Queen of Swords reversed. So there is with this person, I feel like a little bit of this energy of them feeling like something about this connection is like, for some of them, I feel as though they think that you were unfair to them. So like if you guys were the ones that walked away, I do think that they may be harboring a little bit of like resentment around that and maybe playing games tit for tat in a sense, because maybe they're perceiving you as being like kind of cutthroat. But the other thing that I'm seeing for another group of you is that with this Justice card reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, it's like this person is not showing that they have the desire to really do the right thing by you. They don't really have the desire to do the just thing. They're kind of coming from a place where they're wanting to like have their own need met, whatever that means. And I don't think that they really seem to have a lot of care or concern around how this might affect you. And I feel like with this Queen of Swords reversed, the reason that they're doing it this way is because maybe they feel like you guys aren't setting boundaries with them. You're not communicating clearly with them around like your needs and your desires and your wants. Maybe they know that they can get away with things because they know that you won't call them out on it for whatever reason. Because the Queen of Swords can be like really blunt and harsh, but she can also in the reverse position be very like soft and like kind of a lesser version of herself, a less confident version of herself. And so I think this person could be perceiving you in that way. This is interesting. Group number one. Let's pull some message cards from this person. I kind of want to do for you guys these In the Shadows Oracle cards, because I feel like this person, like the energy that I'm getting from this person, you guys, is that like they're really coming across as being not super focused on this connection right now. Like I got to keep it real with you. Like it seems like you would probably be just like one of many options on the table for them, and they are not really looking like they want to invest in anyone right now, or they're still trying to decide who they want to invest in, you know? So I think these In the Shadows message cards will be good because these are really blunt messages. So like for pile one, if their person was being really honest with them, what would they say? Let's get a little bit of insight here. If pile one's person was being honest, what would they say? I know we have a soul connection. Okay, so that makes sense with the Lovers card reversed. So even though this person might not be feeling high vibrationally, like they're not presenting as really like knowing that, you guys, I have to be honest with you. So it's like the Lovers card is a soul connection. Even Justice at times can represent that for me too, or like a karmic lesson. This person, I think, just really feels a connection with you. I don't know that they're consciously aware that it's like a soul connection or that there's a lesson for them to be learned here. They just For me, they just seem really confused and unawakened right now. Let's see. We have, I don't trust you. So there's something about trust in this connection. So like, I think especially if you guys left this person, if you walked away from this connection, whether your reasons were justified or not, this really caused this person to feel a breakdown in trust between the both of you. Like, I think this person may really have some abandonment wounds that they struggle with. And so if you walked away because you weren't taking this bad behavior from them, they were like, now they feel like they can't trust you, even though you were just standing up for yourself. Woo! Okay, last card. I don't need your approval. So there's like a little bit of this defiant energy here too, you guys. And like, again, with that Justice card reverse, it's sort of like this person is just coming across as like, they really don't seem to care about like doing what's right by you at this point. I'm honestly picking up on a lot of kind of just bitter energy from them. And at the bottom of the deck, we have, in that moment, I didn't care. So there was definitely a careless energy that this person had with you, and I think still has with you, group number one. So yeah, it doesn't feel... I think this person is definitely hurting. I'll say that. They have a lot of work that they need to do on themselves. But I hope that this reading was able to provide you all with a little bit of insight and clarity into this person. I would love to hear in the comments below how it resonated. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know. And if you guys are not already, please subscribe to the channel. I will definitely be seeing you in a new reading really soon. Bye. Hello there, Pile 2. If you guys picked out this Bumblebee Jasper with the Wheel of the Year Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out how your person is currently feeling about you and this connection. So starting off by channeling this energy, overall energy for Pile 2. How is their person currently feeling? I think this person is really attracted to you physically. So we have numbing and separation falling out, but I'm going to put those back in. Let's see. Okay, so we've got understanding. And let's pull from one of these archetype cards for group 2. Maybe you and this person have recently separated. Maybe there was a separation here in the recent past. How are they feeling? The Visionary. Okay. All right, you guys. This is interesting energy. I think that this person right now is in a place where they have finally come to a deeper understanding of the events that went on in this connection, a deeper understanding of how they feel about you. This card really, for me, talks about being able to see a situation from a higher perspective, and especially with the Visionary coming up here, this does feel like a very spiritual, very psychic sort of card to me. It says the capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. They may actually perceive you guys as being psychic for some of you, if you're into that, or someone that is really all-knowing in a sense. But I also think that this ties back to this person's spiritual understanding of this connection. It's like something about you, something about this relationship. It's like they sort of see what's ahead, almost like before things have played out. Or for some of them, it's like they are now clearly seeing with their third eye, like the true events of what happened in this connection and understanding them from like a much deeper perspective. So this is interesting. Let's get some more insight here for group 2. So how are they feeling? Okay, so we've got Temperance reversed. We have Death reversed. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. Clarifying the Temperance card, please. The Hermit. Clarifying the Death reversed. The Hierophant. And clarifying this Queen of Wands reversed. The Five of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. Okay. Let's get one more card from a different oracle deck, and then we will get into the full interpretation. So let's see. For pile 2, how is their person currently feeling about them? There's definitely like a resistance to change here, though. It's like, so even though there seems to be some understanding that's been gained here, I'm not seeing someone that feels confident about forward movement and change. So let's just continue. Yeah, we have separation. This person is sad. There's definitely a sadness here. They miss you. But I think that this person is also like really not sure about how they want to progress this connection forward. So it's like, even though it feels like they've gained a deeper understanding of what happened here, there is this resistance to change. And the Wheel of Fortune being here tells me that this person knows that this connection is changing. They feel the change. They know the change has to happen. I think this person actually desires there to be a change or a shift in the dynamics at play in this connection. It's just about like, what action can they take? I also kind of feel with the Wheel of Fortune being here that this person may be a person that's sort of like, I'm going to leave this up to the universe. You know, they might be spiritual in the sense, right, with these cards here. And they're like, you know, whatever is meant to happen will happen. The universe will bring us back together if we're supposed to be back together. So starting off here with the Temperance card reversed, I think that in the past in this connection, there was definitely a really big imbalance here. This person, I think, felt a little bit uneasy about the dynamics at play between the two of you. And so I feel like a lot of you guys just may have had some like differences with this person. Like maybe for some of you guys, it was like religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs that were different and it wasn't like meshing well together. But it really can be any sort of like difference that the two of you had that maybe posed a little bit of friction. Even if it wasn't like obvious friction, maybe there was like this undertone of it feeling uncomfortable for this person. And so they kind of seem to have gone into like hermit mode, into like this isolation mode, because it's like they were trying to understand like what they needed to do to move forward. Like the hermit is all about like isolation to gain deeper insight and wisdom. And that's where I feel like they've sort of finally come to this higher understanding of like what happened and maybe why they were triggered or you were triggered by any incompatibilities that the two of you had. But here with the Death card reversed, clarified by the Hierophant reversed, this person I think is really uncomfortable with the idea of changing something about this. For some of you guys, I wonder if this person could be married or was married in the past. For others of you, I'm getting a little bit of a fear of commitment because the Hierophant card usually talks about committed relationships, sometimes marriage. But with it being reversed, this is telling me that this person does not want a conventional commitment right now. I don't think they want a conventional type of relationship. And so they're kind of holding on to that with the Death card reversed. It's like, I'm not ready to make this change. I'm not ready to let go of a certain aspect of myself for pile 2. So it's kind of like this energy of staying stagnant, just kind of staying in this old dynamic, whether you guys are together or not, because they're just not ready to give something up just yet. I don't think that they're fully ready to let go of you. I don't think they're fully ready to let go of this connection with the Death card reversed. I do think that they're thinking a lot about you. But until this person is willing to make the necessary changes, that they would have to make or you would have to make in order for you guys to be on the same page and be compatible with what you both want, this energy is going to stay stagnant. You know, I do really feel for a lot of you guys, like religion or spirituality is a thing for this person. I think maybe for some of you with the Visionary, the Hierophant reversed, it's quite possible that you guys have some spiritual beliefs that are different from this person, that are non-traditional in a sense, at least to them. And I do feel like that's a big part of like why this person was feeling uncomfortable in the past or uncertain about like how well the two of you would be able to like blend together. So coming into the future here, we do have a Queen of Wands reversed with the Five of Swords reversed. So I definitely think that this person it's like I think they're seeing you. For some of you guys, this person is seeing you as this Queen of Wands reverse, where it's like maybe you're not that attracted to them anymore, or you're not that passionate about them anymore. They're seeing you as kind of like walking away from a situation that's no longer serving you. But for others of you, I kind of feel like this person is showing up as this Queen of Wands themselves, like not confident in themselves, not passionate about this connection, like just not really in the mood to fight for something. It's like they want to be rid of any petty arguments. I think this person is kind of in a place where they just want to pick their battles, and they don't seem to really have the energy here to like fight for this right now, especially if like I'm almost getting a fear that this person like maybe this person's afraid that like if they were to come back, there would be some sort of argument or some sort of a battle that they know that they're not going to be able to win. And I feel like they just want to like let that go because they don't have the energy for it right now. I also feel like this person might be mustering up the courage to be more vulnerable with you and really express how they feel. But I feel for some of them, they're a little worried about how you guys might perceive that or how you might receive that, because the Queen of Wands reversed, I got to keep it real with you guys. Like sometimes when we see her in the reversed placement, she can be a little bossy. She can be a little bit egotistical. I'm not calling you guys that. You might not be that, but for some of you, I do think this person could be perceiving you as being a little bit unapproachable. So it's like, even if they would want to let their defenses down and be vulnerable, I think they're a little afraid of how you would react. That's just for a select few of you though. So let's use this little deck here to get some messages and just like see what this person would say to you if they were being totally honest and truthful. Let's take a look. You didn't see my tears. This person has definitely felt upset, you know, with the separation between the both of you. So even if you guys don't think they care, just know that they really do. And I think that they did shed a tear over this. They, at the very least, have felt really sad at the idea of not really being able to be around you, at the changes that are happening in this connection. Your intellect arouses me. So they're definitely like really mentally stimulated by you. There's definitely something about conversations that the both of you had that like really impresses them. And I do think that they see you as this like all-knowing, like visionary person. Like you kind of see right through them. Like you understand this person in a way that no one else ever has. And this is something that really draws them to you. I am recovering. This person, what am I trying to say here? This person could have had some sort of substance abuse issue that they're recovering from. That's like literally the first thing that popped into my mind. But for others of you, I think that this person may have been going through a really hard time in the recent past, whether it has to do with this connection or not. It just feels like there's things in their life that are changing for them, and it feels a little bit like it's outside of their control. At least that's the way they feel about it. So they're in a place right now where they're trying to heal and recover from that situation. And at the bottom, we have I see life differently now. So through this separation, I do believe that they are seeing their life and seeing this connection through fresh eyes. Again, coming to a deeper understanding of the situation. There's just still a little bit of a hesitancy around pushing forward to change things, the way I see it coming through right now. So pile 2, I am going to go ahead and close it out there, but drop me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with your situation. If you are not already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in a new reading really soon. Bye. Hey there, group 3. If you guys picked out this little Mookite heart with the Tarot of the Divine, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out how your person is currently feeling about you and about this connection that you share. So we are going to begin by channeling the overall energy for this person and for this connection with some oracle cards. So let's go ahead and see what comes through. All right, we have self-worth. I feel like that card seems to come out in like every single one of these readings that we do. So it's kind of interesting to like see that as a common theme in the collective. And I think it's just good for you guys to know, pile 3, that like a lot of times people's behavior toward us is a direct reflection of how they feel inside about themselves. So we're going to see here, I'm going to get some more insight, but like if this person has treated you badly, or if they've been, obviously there has to be like an energy of them leaving you feeling confused, or you wouldn't be coming to this reading. It's more about them than it is about you. Okay, but let's continue. How are they feeling? The Virgin. That's interesting. Okay. I feel like this person sees you guys as being very pure, very sweet, very innocent. I feel like something about this makes them feel like very good in your presence, because this card, this talks about maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So they see you as someone who is pure-hearted, very kind, sweet, innocent. And I feel like because you guys have this purity about you, this helps this person work through any issues with their ego and their self-esteem. It's almost like because they know that you're going to be really kind and gentle and sweet with them, this person may feel good, like vulnerable, like comfortable and confident enough to be vulnerable around you. It's interesting because we have like this sort of closed off energy here too, but then here we have this really open energy. So it's like there is also a feeling that I'm getting here of being a little bit hot and cold, like being excited about this connection, but then also being kind of nervous about it. You know, on the shadow side of the Virgin card, we have fear of intimate union. So this person, though they may feel good in your presence, I do think because of self-esteem issues that they may have, that there could be a little bit of a fear of progressing this to a more intimate space, whatever that means for you. So let's go ahead and go in with the tarot so we can continue with your messages. Just get some clarification here. So for pile 3, let's see, how are they feeling? How is this person feeling about my group 3 viewers. We have the 7 of Cups. Ooh. We have the 3 of Cups reversed. Yeah, this is the vibe I'm getting. And we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Coins. So clarifying the 7 of Cups. The 9 of Wands reversed. Clarifying the 3 of Cups. The 5 of Wands. Clarifying this 9 of Coins. The 2 of Swords reversed. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon card. Yep, so there it is. The Moon card for me really talks about like the subconscious. So I think this person does have and struggle with some subconscious fears around romantic relationships, some subconscious fears around intimacy. Let's pull from this deck and then we'll get into it here. So for group 3, let's see, how is their person feeling about them? The Mask. Yeah. I kind of feel like you guys never really got a clear idea of like how this person really felt about you, which makes sense. Otherwise, you wouldn't be at this reading, right? But the truth of the matter is that this person, they have a lot of subconscious fears and anxieties about intimacy and romantic relationships. And so I think that this person, though they felt very comfortable in your presence, though they feel good being around you, they see you as someone that's very sweet and kind. They have a hard time really showing their true feelings. You know, the Mask is talking about wearing a mask, not being authentic, not being confident in yourself to be able to like really speak your truth or show your feelings. So you guys may have had some really good conversations with this person where there were moments like where they really let their guard down with you and really shared like aspects of themselves that they haven't really shared with anyone else. But I don't think that this person has ever done the best job of telling you how they really feel about you. They've been wearing a mask. They've been hiding their true intentions or hiding their true feelings about the situation. So here in the past energy with the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Wands reversed, I feel like this person in the past was sort of distracted. Like, I think that they were distracted in a sense of like, I feel like your person was getting over something in the past with the 9 of Wands reversed. Like there was some sort of situation that they were trying to recover from, heal from, move on from. And so when you guys were connecting with them, they were in this 7 of Cups energy, which is all about having options. It's all about having options and having so many choices that you feel kind of confused about what choice you want to explore further, right? Fear of intimate union. So I feel like this person in the past could have been maybe entertaining multiple people. They could have been kind of distracting themselves from this 9 of Wands event that happened to them through engaging and connecting with a lot of different people. It doesn't mean that they were like seriously dating anyone else, because that's the one thing that we have to remember, you guys, is like this 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups reverse energy, which we're going to get to in a second. It's like, just because somebody's out there like fishing is what I like to call it. Like, I feel like this person was fishing on social media. Like this is them like sliding into like 7 people's DMs and just seeing who's going to respond, because it's like they're trying to find a way to make themselves feel better about something from the past that they're avoiding dealing with on a deep level. So their energy in the past, I feel, may have come across to you guys as being a little scattered or a little confused. I also feel like this person, for a lot of you, did a lot of daydreaming about this connection, which is why you never really quite understood where they stood with you. Because the moon also, for me, talks about escapism, and the 7 of Cups can talk about really having our head in the clouds as it pertains to a relationship. Like, we're fantasizing about the person, but we're not actually acting on it, nor are we really telling them how we feel. So I think a lot of this was going on in the past, which probably made you guys feel a little confused. Now, coming here into the present, we do have the Three of Cups reversed with the Five of Wands. So I'm seeing a lot of conflict here, a lot of conflict, a lot of competition energy. Maybe you and this person were once kind of like in the same friend group, or maybe you guys were once more close friends. But I definitely see that this person here, they seem to have a lot of regrets around something that happened in your friendship. So maybe there was a lot of like fighting or arguing. Maybe this person feels like they took things too far with you or pushed things too far in a negative direction, and they're feeling really conflicted and really bad about that. But again, I also feel like this person has a little bit of that player vibe going on where they have a lot of people around them maybe fighting for their attention, or maybe this is something that they want. Maybe they kind of want to feel like people are fighting for their attention because it boosts their self-esteem. But I definitely feel like this person, if they have had a lot of options around them, I think that they are finally in a place where they've made a decision about like who they want to be with and how they want to handle it, whether it be a positive decision or a negative decision. And I definitely think there's been a lot of conflict around this for them, whether you guys are aware of it or not. It's very low vibrational energy, you guys. I have to be honest. This card for me is about like overdoing things. You know, they could have had an ex come back as well for some of them. Some person from the past that's not serving them very well. It could have to do with whatever this thing was that they were recovering from in the past. But I do see here in the future with the Nine of Coins and the Two of Swords, I feel like this person is in a place where they're just choosing to remain single. I think this person with the Nine of Coins really wants independence ultimately after everything that's happened in this connection. And that's the choice. That's them coming out of the stalemate and choosing to be independent, choosing to focus on their finances, their money, and not really having to worry about answering to another person at this time. I also think for a lot of you guys, this person sees you as this Nine of Coins. They see you as this really strong, independent person that has their stuff together, who like enjoys the finer things in life, right? But yeah, there's definitely an energy here of this person like, it just feels like they have a lot of drama in their life right now, you guys. I can't lie. I know that we were asking like how they feel about you, but I feel like I'm getting more energy of like what's going on in their life right now. Let's pull maybe like one more of these, and then we'll get into your message cards. So how is Pile 3's person feeling about them? The Axe, the breakup, separation, stop the pattern. Yeah. So it definitely feels as though this person has made a decision, like I was saying, of like separation may feel like the best thing, but we do have engagement ring at the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel that this person views you guys as someone who is like wifey or hubby material, marriage material, long-term relationship material. But this also signifies the completion of something. And I feel like this chaos energy, this drama that's here, is very much like some sort of a cycle closing out for this person. So it's like right now, I think that they're in a place of like just wanting to separate themselves from it. So let's go ahead and see for Pile 3, what would this person say to them if they were being genuinely honest about the connection? What would this person say to my Pile 3 group if they were being totally, unabashedly honest? Subconscious, you've been in my dreams. You guys see with the Moon card and the Seven of Cups, this is exactly what I was talking about, like daydreaming about you. You've literally been in their dreams. And maybe that's something that scares them. Maybe that's something that they don't really understand fully. But that's definitely confirmation that they were doing a lot of fantasizing about you and thinking about you but not necessarily telling you how they felt or acting on it in a way that was appropriate. We have telepathy. You're never far from my mind. So you guys, like, this person is on your, like, you live rent free in their head is what I feel. Like, you guys may have like a 5D connection with this person where it's like you guys can feel one another's presence even when you're not technically together or physically together. They think about you a lot. They're still daydreaming about you. We have craving. The thought of you still does things to me. Yeah. This is very like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Energy. It's just very like sexual energy, I guess, for lack of a better word. So it's like this person, I think, if anything, and that makes sense with the 3 of Cups reverse, you guys, it's like, I think the only thing that they could really offer you right now would be some sort of a hookup situation, because they're just not in a space right now where it's like they can offer anything more than that. There's still a lot here with the moon, like beneath the surface, that this person needs to address. Maybe from their childhood. This could be something around money and finances with the Queen of Coins reversed, or something around their mom, their mother, that needs to be healed. And so they show up to these connections, like your connection, other connections, this really scattered energy of like being a player and just like not knowing. It's almost like I feel like this person was looking for greener grass, searching for greener pastures instead of like being able to appreciate what they had. But at the bottom of the deck, we do have lessons. Karma is a B. I finally got mine. So, you know, they definitely are feeling the consequences of their actions through the separation that you guys are in right now. So group 3, I think we're going to close it out, but I would love to hear from you in the comments below how this resonates with your situation. So let me know. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in a new reading very soon. Bye.